You're looking at one of Brazil's best-kept secrets, the coastal city of Recife, or as the locals call it, Recife. It's in the country's northeast region, which historically has struggled as Brazil's poorest area. These days, however, the economy is booming.
Brazil has become this global economic powerhouse, and then we're talking about a region within Brazil that's growing even faster than the rest of the country.
For example, for the past 2 years, the northeastern states of Pernambuco and Ceará saw their economy outpace the rest of the country by as much as 2 full percentage points. The other driver of this boom, the more than 50 million people living in the region's 9 states. It's the country's fastest growing population center. Many credit former President Lula da Silva, himself a product of the Northeast, for leading the charge to insist the government invest here. Today, the payoff is a Northeast migration, as Brazilians from Rio and Sao Paulo are heading here for jobs. The port of Suape is one of the region's bright spots. Its strategic location and deep harbor attract international attention and business, as does the industrial complex surrounding it. You will find Brazil's largest oil refinery here, as well as the hemisphere's largest shipyard and wheat mill. In the last 4 years, the port has attracted 100 new companies, bringing growth and jobs. Some 70,000 workers work in the port and the industrial complex around it, and more are expected.
The whole economy is growing around the complex. State government and national governments are working with the municipalities to create the infrastructure.
The government's $2.5 billion investment in the port is showing a great return. As we drove this new toll road from Recife to Suape, we saw million-dollar coastal homes springing up right alongside. National and international investment are behind plans for a new railway linking interior Brazil to the coast. And the port is currently expanding and aggressively pushing outside companies to consider the region as a whole.
We need to share this development. We need to enhance the life quality of our people.
The U.S. consulate in Recife says American business hasn't caught on to Brazil's changing dynamics. Interest is beginning to grow, though, as corporations search for new markets in this tough global economy.
More and more, you're seeing smaller and medium-sized companies get interested in the opportunities here in the region. So, whereas down south in Sao Paulo, everybody knows that there's lots of action there, but the markets are also more saturated. Up here in the Northeast, there are abundant opportunities.
Questions still abound, though, about Brazil's economic future. Top trading partner China is now struggling, which raises doubts about further investment in Brazil and other top Latin American economies.
For those countries to continue to look for China to be a major investor in extracting resources, minerals, etc., they should not depend on that for all of their growth. They need to go reform the basic of their own private economy.
And Brazilians know that means making their education system a priority.
If you take any international assessment about education, Brazil is always in the last place.
U.S. ministries like Compassion International are helping to fill the gap with child sponsorship programs that emphasize academics. But in the long term, Brazil will need a strong public school system and highly skilled workforce if it hopes to compete with other world powers. The issue of poverty still exists, but many believe it's slowly getting better. For right now, a growing number of Brazilians here in the Northeast are enjoying the region's newfound wealth. It's why you'll find upscale boutique stores across the city and fine hotels lining Recife's beautiful beaches. It's an economic boom that many people here hope will stay. Reporting in Recife, Heather Sells, CBN News.